सो रिसेंटली जो ड्राफ्ट 2 इंटरव्यू कैंडिडेट्स को भरना है उसमें एक सर्विस प्रेफरेंस आपसे पूछी जाती है। एंड सर्विस प्रेफरेंसेस में IAS, IPS, IFS, IRS ये सब तो सब लोग भर देते हैं, बट 6th प्लेस पे क्या सर्विस होनी चाहिए? शुड इट बी IRMS or should it be Indian Audits and Account Service? Now this is a very big doubt that a lot of people have, जहाँ पे उनको ये नहीं समझ आ रहा कि भाई कौन सी सर्विस उनके लिए बेटर लगेगी लॉन्ग टर्म। एंड आई हैव हर्ड पीपल से सो मच सो कि भाई IAS में आगे चल के EOL नहीं मिलता। तो यार ये तो एक मतलब अलग ही पॉइंटलेस डिस्कशन है। बट there are services which have better career prospects in the long run as compared to other services. For example, Indian Defence Estate Service जो काफ़ी लोग ऊपर भरते हैं, that is something that should be filled much lower as compared to other services. तो आज का जो सेशन है, which was a session taken by Advocate Shashank sir on Monday, will be a session that will go into details of all of these aspects कि भाई हर सर्विस का प्रैक्टिकली अगर हम बात करें तो क्या फ्यूचर प्रोस्पेक्ट्स बनते हैं एंड किस तरीके से आपके करियर को आगे डिटरमाइन कर सकती हैं। सो इफ यू वांट टू वॉच द फुल वर्जन ऑफ दिस सेशन यू कैन चेक आउट द कोर्स विच इज लिस्टेड इन द वीडियो का डिस्क्रिप्शन। एंड एट द सेम टाइम आई वुड लाइक टू अनाउंस कि शशांक सर विल बी होल्डिंग अ स्पेसिफिक डिटेल्ड सेशन फॉर ऑल रिजर्वेशन रिलेटेड क्वेरीज कि भाई कोई भी क्वेरी है आपको रिलेटेड टू OBC एनेक्चर, EWS एनेक्चर, SC ST का जो भी कोई भी क्वेरी आपको रिलेटेड है, एज वेल एज सर्विस preferences. So we'll be having another session on Thursday evening. The timing for that will be communicated multiple times on all our channels. So if you are interested, please do join the course mentioned in the video ka description. And in the meantime, please watch this video in order to understand कि कौन सी services में आप क्या expect कर सकते हैं future में. Best of luck on your UPSC journey.
सर्विस प्रेफरेंसेस। तो सर्विस प्रेफरेंसेस में क्या क्या आप लोगों ने भरा है, भरना चाहते हो, भर रहे हो? What according to you are the best services? Even after the service, कई लोग सोचते हैं ना सर्विस मिल गई अब अचीवमेंट का the end. It's not the case. Even post service, you have to be dynamic. You have to be a person who creates a kind of a good bridge between political representatives and policy implementation and people. The service which gives you the most dynamic and the kind of most dynamic posts और विस्टार्स टू वर्क, ठीक है। पोस्ट से मेरा मतलब है पर्टिकुलर आपका एक पोजीशन मिलना, राइट। सभी सर्विसेज में प्रमोशन होते रहते हैं, सभी सर्विसेज में आपको आजकल अपग्रेडेशन होता रहता है। जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी लेवल्स में एम्पैनलमेंट बोलते हैं इसे, ठीक है। एम्पैनलमेंट के रूल्स भी पिछले दिनों चेंज हुए हैं। PMO में there is somebody called Mr. PK Mishra. It's a great kind of a opportunity for me that I met him twice. So they are the ones who are kind of governing DOPT. PMO is in charge of DOPT, right? Now they have changed the empanelment rules. Empanelment rule change होने से क्या हुआ है, कुछ सर्विसेज एट पार आई हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ प्रमोशन और एम्पैनलमेंट। एम्पैनलमेंट किसमें? जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी में। फास्टेस्ट एम्पैनलमेंट किसमें है? IAS में। उसके बाद भी एक दो सर्विसेज में एम्पैनलमेंट बहुत अच्छा है। ऑडिट एंड अकाउंट में एम्पैनलमेंट बहुत अच्छा है, बट 15-17 साल तो आप यू विल बी इन दैट सर्विस ओनली, बट यू गेट एम्पैनल्ड। सो वंस यू गेट एम्पैनल्ड देन यू कैन कम टू डेपुटेशन एंड यू कैन बी जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी इन एनी मिनिस्ट्री इफ यू हैव द सो कॉल्ड जुगाड़ एंड द मेरिट, राइट। नाउ सर्विसेज के अंदर बात करूं, सबसे पहले यही भरना 99%। IFS भरोगे तो मेरे को आई रिमेम्बर देयर वर 2 people इन IFS, यू कैन नॉट गिव सेकंड अटेम्प्ट अगेन, राइट। देयर वाज दिस पर्सन कॉल्ड पाटिल, ही केम टू मी, Digvijay, I guess I shouldn't take names, but yes, I'm just giving example. 1 or 2 names I'll take and then I'll stop taking names. I'll just give the case references. He came to me and he said ki, sir, I had failed foreign, I've gotten this, now I want to give the exam again. Now once you filled in IFS, then there is a problem, then you cannot give the exam again. About service, IAS ही भरना पहले, ठीक है, because if you get it then it is the best service, there is no doubt about that. कई लोग बोलते हैं यार हमको कैडर क्या मिलेगा, even despite कैडर this is the best service. I can give you n number of examples where people have kind of deputed themselves, CM exchanges हो जाते हैं, CMO से चला जाता है नाम इधर से उधर, तो आप अपना स्टेट भी चेंज कर सकते हो। कैडर तो है आपका वही रहेगा, बट फॉर 5 years 10 years डेपुटेशन पीरियड्स कैन बी देयर, So you can even after getting IAS, even after getting another state, you can go to your home state. Please fill in IAS. Okay? According to me, that is the best service. Okay. Then it is up to individual choice. Then these two services, any of these two, which IFS and IPS. Okay? Any of these two, you can fill as 2 or 3. Okay? Totally up to you. One more example of last year, one girl getting very good rank around 100. I won't name her. मैंने बहुत बोला था, बहुत समझाया था कि नहीं यार पुलिस भर दो, you know. But as sometimes female have their choice कि पुलिस तो बड़ी tough service है इंडिया में. पुलिस क्या tough है? पुलिस is all about management. It's not at all tough service. पुलिस का काम इंडिया में पुलिसिंग से ज्यादा मैनेजिंग द लोअर रैंक ऑफ और द मिडिल रैंक ऑफ पुलिस ऑफिसर्स है. It's a management service. They are not going, they're very rarely in charge of very tough situations, but still. And public dealing तो किसी भी सर्विस में आ सकती है, कभी भी tough situation किसी और सर्विस में भी आ सकती है, right? So anyways, I had made her, I even forced her कि please police भर दे यार. नहीं भरा उसने. Academy गए, and now she's feeling like she should give it again because she had filled IRS. At around 100 rank, she was getting IRS. Now she's feeling bad and she'll be giving it again. So don't regret, don't do that mistake. Again, वापस सोच लेना. अभी तुम लोग क्या है, तुम लोग को पता नहीं होता सर्विस कैसी होती है, profiles कैसी होती हैं. Once you'll meet officers in the academy, your perspectives will change. So it is better to go by somebody else's wisdom than by your very kind of an innocent bias towards, outlook to the world and to the bureaucratic words in particular. Right? So what you should do, I guess, इन दोनों में से तुमको पहला, second और third बढ़ना चाहिए, foreign and police में से, right? If you don't want to go outside and all of that, then you can fill other service. By the way, foreign service is also the person from IFS can remain in India for more than 1/3 period of time, right? अब ये भी कितनी अजीब बात है कि even IRS officers, lot of IRS officers sometimes are going for regional passport authority. They are becoming RPA. वो IFS के डोमेन में कूद रहे हैं. तो एक और बात याद रखो कि once you get in the services, criss cross, इधर से उधर, deputations, बहुत कुछ खुल जाता है. So don't worry, don't think too much कि हमको तो यही करना पड़ेगा. If you develop a domain, then you can become anything. There's somebody called Waterman of India. He was from audit account services. ठीक है? He developed the acumen of about great acumen, great academic excellence and practical utilitarian approach he had, and he commanded the position of water related issues in India. He was forever there in water resources ministry for being at secretary level for some 10-15 years. So another thing is going to happen जो हो रही है आजकल कि if you develop an excellence, you can go anywhere. So वो भी दिमाग में रखना future में. But for now, IAS number 1, IFS or IPS में से in between these two, any of these two can be your second or third. Now then comes the rigmarole, and then comes the more complex scenario, right? Until here, from 4th to 12th, you just forget about 4th to 12th for now and fill in what? Fill in IRS first. Now, I have been dealing with a lot of custom related and GST related matters. Somehow customs and GST has again gained importance because of a lot of litigation, because of indirect taxes, new regime, which is GST. So these services have also gained prominence. And IRS IT has somehow is losing its importance because of use of e-governance, which is good. But what it is creating is the IRS fellows, the IT fellows are not knowing to whom they're auditing. A person sitting in Vizag might be auditing somebody sitting in Delhi, and he's not even knowing. So because of that, the grip over locals has somehow reduced. But even then, IRS IT still remains good in terms of investigation, etc. Or people can go to ED and etc. So in that sense, it is good. But people in IRS, even the commissioner level, people are not happy, and they are IT, I'm saying. So they have their own views. But the service is great. It's corporate-like. It's very, very, freedom is there. There's least political interference. So that depends on you. Few people are preferring customs these days, the customs and indirect taxes services. Both are group A. Again, between these two, it will depend on your choice. I have kind of briefly analyzed the pros and cons, right? Then comes these services from 4th to 12th. Now, what among these? Among these, number one should be audit and account. Okay, that should be the number one. Then it can be account services. Civil accounts, okay, defense accounts. Defense accounts is also pretty good. Civil accounts is also good. Defense accounts, obviously, you will be dealing with the accounting of all the defense expenditure. They sit over and above somehow the bureaucratic as well as military setup of Indian armed forces, because they analyze what are the expenditures, etc. It's a good peaceful service. Okay, there is a fellow, and we keep talking. He keeps auditing BRO, so it's a lot of fun. It's not that it isn't. It is good. Okay. Audit and account number one barna hai isme. So in accounting and auditing services, number one should be audit and account. Fastest promotion, empanelment, very peaceful, no political interference, great services, and you will be having control over bureaucrats because you will be auditing them. So don't worry, it's good service. This should be number one. Now, between defense and civil accounts, you can choose. It depends on what kind of lifestyle you want to need. Corporate law services, it is emerging service, not great of a profile as of now, but yes, it's gaining prominence, but slowly. So isko apan ignore kar sakte hain. Indian information services, to me, it has become the worst. I talk to fellows who are there. Few people are having very great portfolios because they are PR heads of vice president office or something. Otherwise, mostly what they're doing is organizing kind of, they're attached to ministries either, or they're handling Doordarshan, Prasar Bharati, etc. Thoda bahut, it's not a great work, according to me. Now that I also have a personal bias, so tum filter kar sakte ho. Sometimes even night duties are there. Infrastructure great hai nahi Indian information services ka. They're attached to ministry offices. They keep organizing, the kind of cultural events. Organizer type ka role ho gaya hai, So somehow, according to me, this is not a very great service. Postal service is also losing its charms. PNT, this is also account services, but because postal is attached there, telephone departments are attached there, so it's also not getting great importance. Then comes Railway Protection Force. Now it has become a Group A service. Earlier it was not. This is also a good service, but it is related to policing only with regards to the tracks and in and around tracks. So ठीक है, किसी को रेलवे में कोई इंटरेस्ट है, मिल रहा है तो ठीक है. तो ये सब कोई सर्विसेज मैं ज्यादा अच्छी नहीं मानता. It's my opinion. Trade, again a very new service like ICLS and Indian Trade Services are new services getting evolved. Neye cadres hain, even the role and the multifaceted role of these services is not yet defined. Bada ajeeb sa khichdi hai. Trade services wale log kai baar, in a lot of PSUs they are going, they're getting deputed here and there. So khichdi hai. Railway management services should be above all of these. Above which? Above trade, above ICLS, above Indian Information Services, above postal, and above IP TAFs. Okay? In सबसे above, you can fill in Indian Railway Management Services over and above these. Why it should be the case? Because railway still is there. It's a big infrastructural PSU which has its prominence. And in IRMS, earlier version of IRMS, there used to be 3 services. One used to be personnel, one used to be accounting, and one used to be the IRTS. Okay? Now they have merged all of these, so you will be getting all of these. You will be getting position to all of these. Okay? So hence, you should. Indian Trade Services and ICLS, any service is a good. Somebody has asked in the chat box, is it a good service to launch yourself in corporate sector? Any of these is good to launch yourself in corporate sector. So don't worry about that. Then coming to Armed Forces Headquarters, it should be the last, because it's very strange. According to me, this service should be removed and should be put in the exam SSC, because it is selecting what? Section officer to sit in the armed forces. It's not that great service. Fill in the last. ठीक है. पहले ऐसा होता था कि आर्म फोर्सेस हेडक्वार्टर से सेक्शन ऑफिसर्स जो होते थे वो प्रमोट होकर जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी बन जाते थे. नाउ दैट इज नॉट द केस. इट्स अ लॉग जैम. लॉट ऑफ केसेस आर पेंडिंग. IRMS के लोग भी मेरे पास आए थे for some litigation. A lot of people had come from IRMS for litigation, as in when the services was getting formed. And even from the armed forces, a lot of people have come and have fought those cases of promotional cases and where people are not getting increments, etc. So it's not great. According to me, it should be the least important. Then comes these. Now these depends on from where you are. Suppose you're from South India, people prefer Pondicherry, PONDICS. Suppose you're from North India, people prefer these, right? DANICS and DANIPS. I was talking to one of my close friend who's posted in Lakshadweep. He's from Augment. He's not from Group B. He's from Group A. Augment cadre of IS. Okay? I'm just telling you so that it becomes a little more interesting. Now, Lakshadweep and all are kind of Pondicherry even are all kind of city states in themselves, but it's very strange. Lakshadweep की population 1.5 lakh 3 lakh भी नहीं है और वहाँ पर गवर्नर भी हैं, लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर भी हैं, सीएम भी हैं, एवरी पौंडीचेरी में सीएम भी हैं, असेंबली भी है, देयर इज एमएलएज आल्सो. सो Pondicherry or Lakshadweep mein that is the problem, but still Pondicherry is good service. It's not bad. Similarly, these DANICS and DANIPS are good service because it includes Delhi, okay, as well as Chandigarh. It includes Delhi as well as Chandigarh. So these two are also good. These two are also good. But among these, what should you prefer? Police or civil services? According to me, you should prefer police. Why? Because there is a technicality. A lot of people don't know what it is. All of these have commissionerate system. Now, in commissionerate system, majorly the powers of law and administration also lies with police. Also, police is having far better promotional advantages. Again, a lot of people have cried. A lot of people are happy also. There are 1 or 2 people. I recently met one of my friend. He's in Chandigarh. I had gone for some case in Chandigarh, and he's pretty happy because he's failed the police. He's in DANIPS, and promotional avenues are far better. Okay? In fact, they are much, much better. In 10-15 years, you can start getting, even in 10-12 years, you can start getting the same postings as an IPS gets. So I guess you should prefer these. And also one very important factor, which I should tell you, because of these nuances of services, which people don't know, there are very less good services. These three, few of these and 1 or 2 of these, right? Apart from that, at least 10 or 8 services are not so great. Hence, you should always put your attention to even state civil service exams. I know I'm boring you because you're in some dreamy world right now, but yes, this is also important. Don't ignore it. Don't ignore it. God forbid you need it, but still don't ignore it. Okay. DANICS and DANIPS should be above, according to me, should be above IIS for sure, Indian Information Services. Even ICLS and ITS, you can put downwards than DANICS and PONDICS. Okay. DANICS and PONDICS, you can do one thing. You can put PONDICS below if you're from if you're a North Indian, because you might not be so well versed and so comfortable with living in down south. And similarly, Southern Indian people can do so because practically it matters. I am not having any regional bias. Please excuse me, but that is how practical world works, right? IFS, after IRS, Shivam, that depends on you, but I think IFS is much better than IRS. If you are having any sort of special ability, which people loosely or ignorantly even called disability, then even then you should prefer IFS. Okay? According to me, police and foreign services should be preferred over IRS. कई IRS हैं जो बाहर posting लेते हैं, they go to Russia, etc. and they become the kind of revenue in charge or the kind of dealing in charge of trade contracts, etc. and they are working under IFS people. IFS in police and Indian administrative are the cream of the services. You should go for them. There's no doubt about that, right? PONDICS above IIS and postal, because yes, you are from south, it matches. Oh, definitely. I don't find IAS, if it is your cup of tea, then it depends on you. I'll never be comfortable. Suppose I was an Indian information officer, attached to some ministry. I'm doing catering of the evening meeting wherein the minister will be meeting some 10 people. Few people enjoy that. I wouldn't like that, right? So according to me, I wouldn't fill. I'm not demeaning any service, but it's a work profile which I can comment on, and I'm not liking that. I think Indian Information Services has lost it. Especially in the new era of social media, every ministry, every party, every minister are having their own separate wings. You have to kind of calibrate with them. It's not a great service. It's not that they're doing only that, but still. Postal service ka audit and accounting hota hai IP TAFs. So once the postal service themselves and telecommunication services themselves in itself is losing its importance, obviously IP TAF is also not so important. Okay. Because it is accounting and financial services along with PNT, right? So PNT ka auditing and finance. Once the original service is losing, oh yes, I forgot about IDS. One of our ex-student is in Pune cantonment from IDS service. He is loving it. IDS service kya hai? It is, you can say it is the state civil services of cantonment areas. Isme promotional avenues come hai. There are lesser promotional avenues in IDES, but you will be in charge of that area. So you'll have fun, you know, it's not that you won't, but you're limited. Your domain is limited to cantonment areas, which are the khichdi areas between the city municipal limits and the military. And there are specially notified cantonment areas. So you'll be in charge, administrative in charge of that cantonment area. Got it? नहीं होगा abolish यार, cantonment board होगा तो तुम्हें कहीं लगा देंगे, don't worry. Somebody is asking what if cantonment boards get abolished. I don't think they'll get abolished easily. They still have, you know, a lot of lands are there, and they are the, you can call them land managers or the estate managers. That is why the service name is also that, right? IDES again depends on your personal choice. According to me, you should not fill over accounts. Audit and account should be much above. IPS over IS, people who are crazy for police and worthy, it has its own charm, definitely. Everybody in your lane will become disciplined. People around you will become disciplined. So great, you can. But police also has its own disadvantages. What disadvantages? It takes 5 to 7 years to become 5 years, 6 years, 4 years to become IPS, SP. And then after SP, there are problems. There are serious problems. What problems? There is a logjam in almost every state from SP to DIG to IG. DIG is a sandwich post. It's not great. IG is great, but it depends. In southern India, like Tamil Nadu, there are only 2 IGs. Suppose in a state like Rajasthan, there are 5-7 IGs. So it depends state to state, but largely there is some sort of I'll call it a logjam. Police requires more of changes, reforms, more of seats to be created. So I don't think police should be preferred over IAS, but because IAS gives you versatility. But suppose somebody likes it, so my reasoning goes away, because passion should be the first way to put your services. Then comes passion with practicality. So what you should do while making a choice, because you might be lacking that wisdom, so I'm giving you that word of caution. Still, your passion should trump everything. Your passion should triumph over even reasoning, because that is how you will enjoy the services. Otherwise, how will you enjoy and survive? Still, I'm giving a word of caution that your passion should not be empty-headed. Even your passion should have some brain, right? That is the word of caution which I'll put. What you will get as a service is in your hand, or what? Even if you fill it downwards, can you get that service? Yes, you can. It's a game of permutation and combination. So don't fear. आपको ये मत सोचो मुझे ये मिल गया तो ऊपर भरने से मिलेगा. Even if you fill it above as a priority 1 or priority 2, suppose you get a rank downwards, then so it's not in your hands. Both the things are not in your hands. So don't try to overthink and become over smart. Nothing will work. It will be the luck which will triumph along with your performance. So focus only on performance, right? इतना ज़्यादा भी मत सोचो. So again, one more advice I'll say to an interview is, a lot of people take it too seriously. Yes, you should take it seriously. You should take this stage as seriously as possible, but it should not become that you're taking it so seriously that you get bogged down. Okay, you make a choice, a nuanced choice. You spend some time over it, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 2 services. That's enough. Discussion with here and there. Don't make it like 2 days chapter. Baat kare hi ja rahe hain. There's no point. Anyways, whatever God has destined, that you will get. So don't worry.